What's going on, Golden Nation? I'm back with another video. I know it's been a minute, bro. Look, I just haven't been uploading. Okay, I'm sorry. The consistency is terrible right now, and I am working on it. Believe me, I got videos lined up. I got videos stacked. I'm about to start posting. Okay? You feel me? You dig? You dig? I got videos I want to react to. I want to put on the channel, so I will be uploading. I promise. I swear. Today we're gonna be reacting to the Cosmic Wonder. Andrew Garfield talks returning as Spider-Man Venom team up. What are we talking? I guess I wore the shirt for a reason. I didn't even know the title. I just kind of saw a Cosmic Wonder uploaded today, and I was like, you know what? Let's just react to it, bro. And I did not realize it was by Andrew Garfield. So, and I didn't even see the word Venom in the title, like at all. I saw Cosmic Wonder uploaded. Full, cool, bet. Man, I honestly can't even wait, bro. I gotta jump straight into it, bruh. But before we do that, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, because we on the road to 1,000 subscribers, bro. Andrew Garfield, that's crazy. Crazy time we're living in. He wants to come back as Spider-Man. Anyway, let's get straight into this video.
So Andrew Garfield talked about if he would play Spider-Man again.
Let's
he was
go.
incredibly enthusiastic about it. But what's interesting is
Wow.
that this is coming at a very
that.
interesting time. We just got the final
Sorry, my
trailer
nose
for Venom, The Last Dance. And rumors that Venom and the villain of the movie Noel are going to go into the MCU have been going crazy, with a lot of credible insiders reporting that is indeed what is going to happen. But then some insiders, including My Time to Shine Hello, stated that they have heard Andrew Garfield is returning to the MCU for at least 2 more films. So all eyes are on Spider-Man 4 right now, wondering if that is the movie where Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man finally gets to fight an alien, as was mentioned.
Yo, he wanted to fight an alien. That's
fact. He has yet to fight an alien, and he is the only one out of the 3 Spider-Man to have not fought an alien. Tobey obviously fought Venom and was describing Venom in the scene, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man obviously fought Thanos. But now it looks like Andrew Garfield might not only get to fight an alien, but this might be Venom, and at the same time, he could be teaming up with Tom Holland's Spider-Man again. Let's go to the interview for Esquire.com. It's a cool interview, but we're only going to talk about the Spider-Man parts, of course. But it is titled Confessions of Andrew Garfield. And I really do recommend reading it if you want to learn more about Andrew Garfield as a person.
I've heard about
it's
this
really
book
great. But cutting to the Spider-Man part of this interview, he talks about how he wasn't prepared for the type of scrutiny that he would get. And he really did. And he talked about how in some interviews he would be just very, very honest with people and ask them real honest questions, in which reporters then took that as him having a mental breakdown. But he said in reality it was nowhere near that. He was just honestly asking questions that everyone asks about life and existence and what matters and what doesn't. And unfortunately, the press blew that up in a bad way. But then it goes on to talk about how that made him do the press differently while promoting The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And he said that he informed Sony executives that he wanted to do a Renegade Garfield press tour. By that he meant visiting with local charities in every city the tour visited in a Peter Parker kind of way, which is a really cool and honestly a really great thing to do. And they continue saying that he shaved his head and shot a music video with Arcade Fire, joining them on stage at Coachella in drag. When he and his co-star and then girlfriend, Emma Stone, were hounded by the paparazzi, they directed fans' attention elsewhere by holding paper over their faces listing charitable organizations that could use more support, which is really, really cool. And this is where they talk about him returning to play Spider-Man once again in Spider-Man No Way Home, and ask him if he would play Spider-Man again. They state, when Spider-Man No Way Home was announced, everyone seemed to want to know one thing. Would he appear alongside Tom Holland, who took over the rebooted franchise after him? Garfield vehemently denied rumors, which he found both stressful because he hates lying and exciting because he was lying for a good reason, to surprise the audience. He even went so far as to deny it when someone leaked images of him and Tobey Maguire on set wearing their Spider-Man suits, saying, obviously, it's photoshopped, he recalls telling people at the time. And I think we all remember that photo coming out. I think we all remember what John Campea had to say about a specific part of Tobey Maguire. Yeah, it was that photo. But Andrew Garfield said, in the end, putting on that Spider-Man costume again felt particularly satisfying, given that his participation in the franchise was left dangling when The Amazing Spider-Man 3 was shelved by Sony amid disappointing results for the second film. He said, "It was really healing for me," speaking about returning as The Amazing Spider-Man for No Way Home. And when Esquire asked if he would ever do it again, he said this: "For sure, I would 100% come back if it was the right thing. If it's additive to the culture. If there's a great concept or something
Bro, you
that
hear
hasn't
that,
been
Sony?
done before, that's unique
Shoot,
and
making all
odd
these
and
other
exciting,
movies like
and
Madam
that
Web.
you can sink your teeth into.
You got Andrew
I
Garfield
love
ready.
that character, and it brings joy. If part of what I bring is joy, then I'm joyful in return." So there you have it. He says he would 100% come back if it was the right thing. And obviously we know Marvel Studios
never thought
has
he would
a
actually
lot
ever say
cooking
that.
right now. Like, a lot. And I'm sure most of us already assumed that he was going to come back for Avengers Secret Wars, and that would definitely fit the bill of what he described here in this interview. It would 100% be additive to the culture. It's a great concept that I don't really believe has been done full scale before. Yes, we've kind of gotten it in Spider-Man No Way Home. We kind of got it with Deadpool and Wolverine, but we've never had a true multiverse collapse and then remnants of all of these different universes come together into one and then fight to essentially try to restore it. That's never been done before on screen, to my knowledge. Certainly not with a giant, big superhero franchise like these that we're used to. And it's definitely odd and exciting. So to me, it sounds like he's definitely going to be returning for Avengers Secret Wars.
Bro,
the only
I
way
love
he
to hear it,
wouldn't
man.
is if the studios said, "Hey, we don't really need Andrew Garfield," in which I think it would be a huge missed opportunity if they decided to not have him in Secret Wars. And they already had him in No Way Home, so I'm pretty sure he'll come back then. But going back to the insider My Time to Shine Hello's report about Andrew Garfield coming back for at least 2, meaning he could come back for more, but he's gonna come back for at least 2. Hearing that report and hearing this interview, what he said about
feels
playing
like a
Spider-Man,
dream.
and
No Way Home
hearing
feels like a
all
dream.
of the rumors about Spider-Man 4, this is starting to lead me to believe that he is going to show up in Spider-Man 4. Because let's not forget that before the story of Spider-Man really changed, we had heard from many different insiders that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire were going to return, and that Sony specifically wanted them to appear in the next Spider-Man movie so they could essentially double down on Spider-Man No Way Home, which didn't really come as a surprise to anybody. Sony's franchise over in their Sony UMC, whatever you want to call that wasn't doing too well.
I feel
in fact,
terrible.
It's still not doing too well. In
Don't worry about
fact,
it,
it
guys.
looks like they're
I know
kind of
it's
just
all
fusing
weird.
with the MCU for now, at least until Secret Wars, which is honestly really smart of them to do. If they're really smart, they will throw Venom in Spider-Man 4. They will throw Null in Spider-Man 4, and they'll throw Andrew Garfield in there as well. Then they'll bring Venom and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man into Avengers Secret Wars with Tom Holland, and then when the multiverse reboot happens, the MCU reboot, then they can reboot their Spider-Verse as well. But right now, I do think that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man might actually be the Spider-Man of the Sony universe, because going back to a recent interview with Tom Hardy, he did say that the Sony universe does have their own Spider-Man. Now, of course, we haven't seen this Spider-Man, so it leads most of us to believe that what Tom Hardy is saying is that they have plans for a Spider-Man to come in at some point in time. But a lot of people with Tom Hardy saying that think that, well, it's been Andrew since The Amazing Spider-Man, and they'll bring him back eventually. Well, it looks like Sony has really changed their plans, because not everything really went according to the plans that they had. And I'm really not sure how they thought Morbius and Madam Web were going to be successful, knowing what those movies actually were. So it makes sense that they would abandon their plan and jump ship over to the MCU until Secret Wars is done. It makes sense. It makes sense that Venom and Null would go over into the MCU to do Spider-Man 4, because Null is a character that definitely deserves more screen time than just one movie. And quite honestly, he is too powerful for Venom and Eddie, which is probably why they leave the Sony Spider-Verse to go to the MCU to seek the help of this Spider-Man character that they learned about in the post-credits for Spider-Man No Way Home.
That really does
make
sense.
They also learned about the Avengers as well. They basically learned that that universe was a whole universe of super people. So yeah, why not go over to the MCU, have Andrew Garfield Spider-Man go over to that universe as well? One, because it looks like the Sony universe might actually get destroyed by an incursion, which is also how you could have Andrew Garfield Spider-Man go go over to the MCU, then have Null hunt down Venom once again, then have Venom, Tom Holland Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and even heck, bring back Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and have them all defeat Null. And honestly, knowing how powerful Null is in the comics, it would take all of them to defeat him, unless they're planning on really nerfing him, in which I really don't think they should. They should make him the all-powerful eldritch god who killed a Celestial by cutting off his head. They don't need to nerf him. They need to make him exactly as strong as he is in the comics. That way it does take the 3 Spider-Men and Venom to defeat him. So fingers crossed this report is true and Andrew Garfield is returning for at least 2 more films. Hopefully one of those is Spider-Man 4 and the next one is Avengers Secret Wars. That would just make the most sense. And it's now on record that he would 100% return, that he would love to return. He has now stated this very blatantly. So it does seem like all signs point to him returning for at least one more movie, but you would hope we'd get Spider-Man 4 and Secret Wars. So go ahead, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Do you want to see him return or not?
Bro, another great video from Cosmic, yo. Oh my god. Yo, Andrew Garfield coming back as Spider-Man is something I would have never thought would ever happen. Hugh Jackman was a weird thing to me. Like, oh, he's coming back as Wolverine? Huh? Andrew Garfield's totally different. I thought this dude was never going to come back. I thought he was done with this character. Then when you see him in No Way Home, you're like, is he coming back for Secret Wars? But now it's like, yo, is he coming back for Spider-Man 4? That's crazy. We live in some weird times right now. That's for sure. That's wild. But I'm just happy that he's happy. That he wants to go with Spider-Man again, man. One more dance with the man, the Spider-Man. Doom, doom, doom. Bro, guys, put in the comments down below. Do you want to see Andrew Garfield Spider-Man anymore? Or do you want to see him in every single Marvel movie possible? I'm excited. Like, I'm super excited. Wow. Man. Anyways, guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment or two. You already know what to do. Go Nation. I'm out.